Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Breaking Bad. Last time on Breaking Bad, we had Down. So, to quickly recap the events, Walt was deciding to stay at home a bit more so that everyone would, kind of calm down and relax after his whole, being missing and things. Skyler decided to kind of throw his frozen treatment back at him by going out for long hours of the day and not saying where she went, and it was revealed that she is now smoking while she is pregnant, which is not good. Walt Jr. is now going by Flynn because he wants his own identity. Understandable. Jesse was evicted from his house by his parents and ended up falling through a porta potty and getting back and just having to live out of his RV, which he had to steal back from the guy that towed it. And then when he went to get his half of the money from Walt, they had a bit of a skirmish until they realized that this is dumb, and he gave the other half of the money. And that's kind of where we are. Yeah. As I sort of adjust the hood on this hoodie here. Yeah, that's pretty much that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. And with that being said, we might as well get right into this episode of Breaking Bad. Here we go. How big can I put on a dumb smile? Yeah, let's go. Forget the smile. Whoa. Oh, this is not the pool. It's Tuco's teeth. I thought Hank had that. Uh-oh. Something's going down.
Kind of gotten used to the old cue ball look. I prefer to think of it as streamlined, right? Dynamic.
Streamlined. That's funny.
So, no more confusion? No more...
No, we good.
Absolutely none. How are you two holding up?
Well...
We're not going through an insurer, is that correct?
Yes.
Guest starring Kristen Ritter. Hell yeah, I love Kristen Ritter. Ugh. No. That's not a scene I want to watch after lunch. Oh, no. God, I can't. The cigarettes. She tried to get rid of it. She tried to get rid of the evidence.
Well, we keep hearing the name, Heisenberg.
Huh.
Lately, pretty much every dimebagger we come across.
Heisenberg?
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's a tweaker urban legend.
Tuh.
Still, somebody somewhere is...
Well, kinda.
Big Blue we keep finding.
As of the first, I want you to split your time between here and El Paso.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, hey, Ricky. How you doing? Yeah, I'm stoked, too.
Really focusing on the grill.
Yeah, El Paso.
Whoa. Whoa, something's happening. Whoa. Is someone doing something, or is he just, like, having a heart attack? Huh. What was that? Did he go back?
Look, like I said, my word is my bond.
Yeah.
Had an entire house before, attached and all, but I was just tired of the lawn care, upkeep and whatnot, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you good with MPNS?
With what?
Sorry, what?
In the ad, no smoking, no pets. You want to smoke, you do it outside.
No, yeah, no.
Okay, he
it's
can...
cool, no worries.
All right, the usual drill.
Bit of challenge, but...
A recent pen on paper, that's what I need. Or go run your game somewhere else.
Well,
Dude, I got nowhere else to go. This is it. And I got no game, all right? I just need a chance.
yeah.
Look, my folks, they kicked me out. I'm a disappointment. Apparently, didn't meet their expectations. Again,
Tell the story.
Now I'm...
Rent just went up. 100 more a month. That's the cash price.
Okay. Yes.
Huh.
Hey, you rock. Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret
Got
this.
that same
And
fridge in my
in addition
garage.
to first and last, I want 2 more months. DBAA fee, non-refundable.
Yeah, of course. No problem. DBAA.
Hmm.
Obviously. Yeah.
DBAA, whatever that is.
Okay, so, what's DBAA?
Don't be an asshole.
Gotcha.
Okay, we can work with
Next
that.
door.
It'll be straight around.
He's got his own drink. Oh, is it time to cook again?
Well, how much do you think you can sell on your own? Say if I cook during the days and you work the nights.
Dude.
What? Prior to Tuco, that was your plan, wasn't it? Now, I understand it'll be a fraction of what we brought in before, but still, what choice do we have?
Well,
First of all, there's no we. There's a third way.
yeah.
We got to be Tuco. All right, cut out the middleman. Run our own game.
So you
They're already-
to what?
Control production and distribution. That way we stay off the front lines while moving some serious glass. I mean,
Yeah.
the point here
Get
is to make
people
money,
for
right?
it.
This is a partnership, remember?
I remember. Yeah, you cook. I sell. That was the division of labor when we started all this.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how we should have kept it. Because I sure as hell didn't find myself locked in a trunk or on my knees with a gun to my head before your greedy old ass came along. All right?
Yeah.
Because we do things my way this time, or I walk.
Ooh. He can't sell on his own.
Me more than I need you, Walt.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, so many pretzels.
You sell it for $2,500. I keep the 2. You keep the 5. No cutting it. You sell it as is. All right?
2,500 an ounce? That's kind of like hopeful, bro.
Yeah, Jesse, streets maybe.
But I make what I make. Too large. No exceptions. Short me, you're out. Cut it, you're out. Period. This is a big opportunity I am giving you.
They're gonna be the next
Understand.
Tuco.
It's an armpit.
It's not an armpit.
Oh, excuse me. You're right. It's the Paris of the Southwest. Please, it's Texas, for God's sake. Right on the border of lawless Mexican hell.
Ooh.
Human
Wow.
heads. They leave. The cartels, they litter the place with human heads.
Yeah, well, pretty sure that's where I'm going there.
Well, I mean, look, I'll give you Texas. Texas sucks, but
I will not listen to one more word until you apologize. For now or never. I mean it. Or it'll never be the same.
huh.
I need my sister back.
Huh. Oh, that is grade A guilting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
More details?
We good. That subplot is over, I think.
Criminals like the one you... I mean, what do you think it is that makes them who they are?
Buddy might as well be asking about the roaches.
He doesn't know. He just stops them.
There's a whole...
Well, shouldn't you be wearing a hat? Like Hank? 'Cause You don't have hair. Like Hank. They're out there. They're out there. They're doing the good work. We're really holding on this. Whoa. What? Stop laughing. God. I'd rather you just kill me than hear that laugh. Yeesh.
15K. That's what I'm talking about. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Jesus.
16 ounces should net to me $16,000. 16.
Where's the other 1,000?
Not 15.
Come on, man.
So you're saying that your guy got robbed, or rather you got robbed.
Come on, Walt.
Doesn't matter. You think Tuco had breakage?
Huh, yeah.
I guess it's true, he did. He broke bones. He broke the...
What the hell do you want me to do? Huh?
Go back there and kill him. I get... you understand where they're both coming from, honestly.
I thought we nixed those.
Oh...
I mean, aren't those the ones with the off-the-charts sodium?
I know where he's going with this.
I have a craving.
Perhaps you might know something about this.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
And then again, perhaps I don't want. Perhaps I smoke them in a fugue state.
Ooh.
I feel ashamed.
Skylar, this is something that this is so unlike you. Why?
Really? How would you know?
Ugh. Man.
No, thank you.
Oh. God, he's fast.
Hank.
Maybe it's all in his head. Or it's that.
You asked me what I want you to do. I want you to handle it.
Oh. Okay. Ah, this is how. He's haunted by it. Huh. Wonder who Kim Manners is. Oh, you guys can tell me in the comments. Okay. That, well, we are back in business. We are back in business. Okay, we're back in business. Just, things are a little different this time. Alright. Things are different, this time around, which is interesting, you know? We're changing things up, we're getting a little ambitious, and maybe Walt is a little, over-ambitious. Ugh. Oh, boy. His family troubles. Both family troubles. Well, except for, Junior. Junior, honestly, is fine. So he is so out of this. Good for him, though. Good for him for not being a part of any of that. So, Might as well head into the notes. The first thing I wrote down was the grill, because that is the first thing we pretty much saw in the beginning of this, and we pretty much bookended it with this. So the whole thing with the grill was Hank is actually haunted by his encounter with Tuco. Which is interesting, because, he hasn't really presented himself like that, and it's been a few episodes, hasn't it? It's been a few episodes since his encounter with Tuco, but it definitely has affected him. It definitely has affected him. So yeah, that's interesting that it's haunting him more. And I guess that was the thing, was he got a promotion so that he could, basically I guess he would be going to El Paso to do more of, taking on Tuco. Like he said, it was getting a little quiet in this town, whatever this town is called. I have no idea what it's called, but he said things were getting quiet. Not that would last long. He said that as well. It's not going to last long because the vacuum, basically, the power vacuum is going to be filled at some point. But he got a promotion to split his time, where he would probably be doing more things like his encounter with Tuco, taking down more Tucos, honestly. So that sort of gave him a panic attack, basically. It gave him the panic attack in the elevator, and then that, leading into, he took a sick day just so he could, clear his mind and work on the beer that he's been brewing, do his brewing. And then, as soon as he heard anything, remotely like gunfire, he's out there with his gun and he's scaring his wife and stuff, and it's like, okay, he can't do this. This is haunting him, so that is why he threw the grill into the river. So that was interesting. I wrote down the chemo. So Walt is doing a bit better with his chemo. It is possible that his hair will come back, which is interesting. Even though, yeah, he does rock the what did the guy say? The streamlined look. It does work for him. It works best when he has a hat on, though. So, but yeah, it would probably be good if he got some of his hair back, maybe. So yeah, they said he should be cautiously optimistic after the first round. So that's interesting. We'll have to see. Maybe he'll get a little bit better. It'd be crazy if it completely went away, because that's his whole driving force for the show. So I don't think we can go through another period where we stop cooking for a while, because I mean, that's the thing, is this is the first time this season that we've actually cooked, and it's episode 5. Like, it's been a while. I don't think we can go, forever without cooking, because that's kind of the main thing of the show, I guess. So, let's see. I wrote down Jesse got a new apartment, which is good. He did get things squared away with the tow truck guy, which is good. Tow truck guy looks a little familiar, but I don't fully recognize him. But he got things squared away there, which is good. And he's like, yes, I told you I am good for my money. So that is, even though, yes, things were pretty bad, things did look pretty bad, but everything's kind of, resolving itself. He's sort of picking up the pieces with that guy. And he's getting a new apartment with Kristen Ritter, which maybe I got a little overexcited when I saw Kristen Ritter pop up in the guest starring. I don't know. I love Kristen Ritter in Jessica Jones, so I was just excited. Honestly, it's kind of a small part. She really didn't do anything in this. Maybe, for some reason, I guess I just expected it'd be a bigger part. I don't know. There was a part of me that was hoping that maybe she would be the next Tuco. Like, they meet up with her and she's a drug lord. That'd be hilarious. So, I don't know. But yeah. So, Jesse got a new apartment. He's getting things, kind of squared away. And I like that, he is he's keeping good with the rules that she laid out. He's keeping good with it, making sure that his friends don't smoke or anything, no weed, no what did he say, like no beer, no alcohol, no weed, no smoking, no nothing in here. So even though he'll have, which that's the thing is, did he get the whole house technically, or was it just the one room? He might have gotten the whole house if he's going to be allowed to put stuff, in the living room. So, I don't know. The next thing I wrote down was the new Tuco. So the two of them are going to become the new Tuco, which is Jesse's idea, which I do like. So, I do like that idea that they would become the new drug lords in the city, because it does kind of make sense. We're kind of basically just elevating them from, instead of just being random drug dealers to making drugs for the top drug lord, to now being the top drug lord. I do really like that. That is interesting. Much to Walter's displeasure. He didn't really like that, because but I like that they did think of the third option. Basically, it's like, okay, we could either find another Tuco and work for homicidal maniacs, or we can just try to just sell this stuff on the street and see how much we get. And neither of those were good options, so Jesse came up with the new option of, why don't we be the new Tuco? Which they kind of, foreshadowed at the beginning of this episode with Hank saying, there's a power vacuum right now, but a lot of people on the streets are talking about this guy Heisenberg, So they are sort of leading into that. So Jesse is starting to create a new network and position the two of themselves as top dogs, which is interesting, that's really good, really interesting, but that could potentially make them targets, Which we already kind of saw how they were targets. We already saw how they were targets with the one guy that the one guy that did get held up at knife point by those two, and that woman with a horrifying laugh. And he did lose an ounce, and he lost an ounce basically without getting the money. So that is bad. They are already being targeted, in this montage they did. I did like the montage. The montage was kind of nice, just seeing everyone, go through and selling this stuff, I like it. It's like pretty much like a plan coming together, So I like it. But while everything is working out and everything, when he was going over everything with the three of them at the apartment, while everything is, coming together, there has to be something that doesn't go quite right. And it's interesting that we get that, so quickly in this, that, this plan already has kind of a chink in the armor, basically. So we have to pretty much get to it immediately. We're not doing that next episode. We're doing this episode, or like, where we mention it this episode, but we don't do anything until next episode. Like, no, we are kind of getting straight to it. There is a problem, and and to be fair, I understand both sides. I understand both sides of it with, Jesse saying like, hey, you are looking at the negatives. You need to look at the positives. You just got $15,000 that you didn't have yesterday. But Walt is the one who's being a bit more practical than optimistic. That's the thing. Jesse is being incredibly optimistic while Walt is being practical. Walt is saying, he's saying, look, if we're already having a problem, that's not good. That's, like I said, that's a chink in the armor. We can't have that. We need, because if people realize that there is a weakness, they will then exploit it, If people realize that Jesse Pinkman can be robbed, they're going to try to rob him. So, and that is why, at the end, Walt came in and it's like, you asked me what I wanted you to do, and he put down the gun. I want you to take care of it. So he's going to go kill them, basically. Well, he's telling Jesse to kill them. to take care of them, Make sure that people understand the strength of Jesse Pinkman and Heisenberg, basically. Like, no, you can't just rob them like these two did. So that's going to be crazy. We'll have to see where that goes next episode. Because I'm sure Jesse is not going to approve of this. So, but it'll be interesting. It might also be interesting to see, how, like, who would do it. Would it be Jesse, or would it be, one of the three of them? One of the three dealers. It might also be interesting. It may also be interesting to see, like, are the three of them ever going to meet Heisenberg, basically? I don't know. I don't know if Walt would be comfortable doing that. At least not anytime soon, I would think. So, yeah. But that was sort of the last couple things I wrote down. The montage, The Last Ounce, and Breakage. Basically Walt is being more practical. It's like, we cannot have breakage, especially this soon, or else, we can't, or else other people will take advantage of that, and that's the thing is, the bad thing is that, in a sense, that does sort of turn them into Tuco, Like, this sort of turns them into Tuco. If there's someone who, does you wrong, we're going to kill them, basically. So, it does sort of, it sort of completes their becoming the next Tuco. So, yeah, it's interesting, and we'll have to see how that continues next episode. And then the last two things I wrote down. First off, I wrote down Skylar and Marie. So, Skylar did pretty much guilt. Like, I don't think. Now, when I say, she guilted Marie into apologizing, I don't think, like, oh, she didn't, like, mean, the stuff where she was saying, like, oh, I want my sister back. It's like, oh, I think she was, very emotional about that. But I do think part of that was, trying to get her, forcing her to apologize. And it did work. Even though, yes, she meant it, it is still sort of, she took advantage of that, basically. Or maybe subconsciously took advantage of it. And maybe that's a better way of putting it. So, Marie did apologize. So, maybe things should be okay between Skylar and Marie. I'm not sure. I feel like there could be other things between the two of them, because let's be honest, that something else is going to come up when it comes to Marie, And the last thing I wrote down was Smokes. Basically, Walt's confronting her about the cigarettes, and that's the thing is, Skylar is basically throwing everything back at Walt, like we said last episode, with her, going out for long periods in the day and not saying where she was, and now she's throwing it all back, and him being like, how could you do something like this? And it's like, it's such, like, the hypocrisy. The levels of hypocrisy that emanate from Walter White are incredible, actually. They're very interesting to watch. Because, yeah, it's like, because, look, he has to know on some level why she's doing this, And she did say, yes, I feel ashamed, and I stopped after 3.5 cigarettes. I threw the rest away. Which is good, If she can actually stop, then that's good. Now, has the smoking already affected the baby? Well, maybe only time will tell once, the baby actually comes. Which they said should be in about 2 months. How long that will be, how many episodes that'll be, I have no idea. Maybe that'll be the finale, who knows. So yeah, like, so he has to know on some level, He has to know on some level that she is throwing everything back at him. But at the same time, what can he do, Like, what he can't, he's tried. But see, I feel like he doesn't try enough, Because, like, he knows full well what she's talking about, but he plays, he basically plays ignorance with it. And there's only so far that can get him. So, I don't know, he almost needs to, like, change up his strategy when trying to sort of tap dance around Skylar. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. They just keep drifting farther and farther apart, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. Who knows? Maybe it'll go to a divorce. Wouldn't that be horrible? But unfortunately, it would be interesting on the show, you know? Oh, boy. Yeah, but great episode. Really did enjoy this episode. And it'll be interesting to see where we go from here, like I always say. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wrote down. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Breaking Bad reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.